You know, the Old Farmer's Almanac is in its 219th consecutive year, and we still get tons and tons of questions that come in by phone or email or whatever. And I like recalling some of the questions we've had the most. Like, for instance, when should I wean my baby? That's a question that's been coming in for years. I've been here for 52 years, and this has always been something that people want to know. Well, the answer, the second summer or when the baby has 8 teeth top and bottom, whichever comes first. Another question we often get is, when exactly is Indian summer? You know, everybody says when it's warm and hazy, like even in September, they say, oh, Indian summer. No, that's not Indian summer. Indian summer comes when it becomes hazy and warm and cool nights, sometime between St. Martin's Day, which this year was November 11th, it's usually the 12th, and the 20th. Just in that period. That's Indian summer. Now, how did that come about? Well, you know, the Indians in the early days would attack the settlers in the summer. They liked fighting. Their war-like thing was in the summer when it was warm. Much more fun to fight in the summer. Well, so they'd quit in the fall when it got cold. However, in November, often around the 11th or 12th of November, for a week or two, it would become hot and hazy. And the Indians would say, hey, why don't we give it another go? We'll attack the settlers for one more time. Indian summer. That's what it is. When is Easter? That's another question we often get. When is Easter? Well, Easter, now remember this, Easter is the first Sunday that follows the full moon that follows the spring equinox. Okay? So look up in the Old Farmer's Almanac when the spring equinox, this year it's March 20th. That is a full moon day, that March 20th, but the next full moon is April 17th, okay? So then look for the next Sunday after that full moon. That's the 24th. And guess what? That's when Easter is, the 24th of April this year. It's a little late. Well, finally, I'll just finish with we often get people saying, when should I do this? When should I give up smoking? When should I do that? You know, we have a whole list in the Old Farmer's Almanac, pages of it, of when you should do stuff. And often we get calls about, when should I castrate my bull? What my uncle Rob Sagendorf, who passed away in 1970, used to say. He'd say, when he was asked that same question, he'd say, why didn't you try it when he's asleep? You know, that's probably pretty good advice.